Hi everyone, my name is Nia, I'm 20 years old, I'm American French and I was raised in London, hence my accent is a little bit funny. Okay, so I want to start my own video blog because I'm currently in Hong Kong. I've been here for only a week and I'm going to be here for up to 6 months to a year. So I'm basically doing a blog because I realised that on YouTube there's not a lot of accounts on life in Hong Kong, and I feel that for the foreigners that are thinking of coming here to Hong Kong and living here or just visiting here, I feel there needs to be more information, and so I feel that doing a video blog should help cover that for most people who are coming out here. So I'm going to make it very vague, my first video about my experience, because it's only been a week. However, I have been living here, so I've not just been in a hotel sort of going to lots of different sites taking loads of different pictures. I've been living here, so I've been encountering loads of different Chinese people and talking to a lot of different people. I've been experiencing life here rather than just sort of skimming on the edges of life and the culture here. So if you have any questions you want to ask me about my experiences, how things are going, I will make a video each week or maybe even twice a week to help any of you guys who want to know something about what life is like, what the culture is like, what the language is like out here in Hong Kong. Just to let you know, I cannot speak a word of Cantonese and know very little Mandarin. And Hong Kong is predominantly a Cantonese speaking country. However, most people in Hong Kong can speak English. You'll find people who can speak English well, or people working in more tourist areas or hanging out in more touristic locations. However, there is always sort of a way to get through to people, and actually a lot of people who work in the markets can't speak English, but what they do is when you're negotiating a price, they actually bring out their calculator and they'll type you the price, and if you want to negotiate with them about it, then you erase it and then you just type in the price, and it just sort of keeps working like that, and they talk to you in Cantonese and you speak back to them in English, and neither of you understand each other, but you know that you're haggling. So that's kind of what happened to me earlier when I was buying a dagger for my little brother. I know, I'm a bad sister, right? But a good sister, right? Anyways, so my opportunity. I should talk about my opportunity first, how I got the opportunity to go to Hong Kong and live here. I am working as a private English tutor for a Chinese family. Typically, it's not very common to work for Chinese families as a foreigner. Usually it is foreign expats requesting foreigners to come and work for their families. But in this case, it actually happens to be a Chinese family, but a very international, culturally aware Chinese family that I'm working for. I'm not living with them. They have me living in a separate apartment, a 3-bedroom apartment, and I share it with their house helper. And it's got living room, kitchen, bathroom, everything. But I actually found this position on aupairworld.com.fr, wherever country you are from, and I found, and typically there's not a lot of Asian families that advertise on Au Pair World, but in this case there happened to be one, and they got back to me along with the Korean family, but I said yes to the Hong Kong family before I was offered the position with the Korean family, and I thought this Hong Kong family was a nice family, which they are. Okay, so being out here so far, okay, this goes out to all the K-drama fans. Okay, so quick moment. For those of you who watch K-drama or listen to K-pop, okay, so you know the dresses and the clothes that you see all the Koreans wearing and stuff like that. Okay, it's not just a Korean thing, but it's like an Asian thing. Like literally all the Asian girls out here have on like the cutest dresses and the cutest outfits with the cutest bags and the cutest purses and shoes and everything. And like I walk down the street and I'm just kind of like, oh my god, I love your dress. Oh my god, I love your skirt. Oh my god, I love your shoes. Asians, oh my god, I love your handbag, I'm just kind of going a little bit crazy. But like seriously, like their outfits are just awesome. Like I love, like, okay, so for the foreigners that are worried that by going to Asia, East Asia, out here in Hong Kong or Korea or Japan, that they're not going to find any clothes that will fit them, you're wrong. Because there are so many foreigners that are now traveling out to East Asia, and more Asians that are becoming increasingly bigger in size, in terms of just sort of broadening out just a little, rounding a little bit. There are lots of clothes. No matter, you're gonna go to loads of markets and I don't know, retail stores, and they will just have your size. So I wouldn't worry about the size. And it'll be Asian clothes, like East meets West Asian clothes and whatever, and you'll be able to wear their designs. So don't worry about clothing and shoe sizing and stuff like that. Just, yeah, go with money and be happy. And I would recommend, don't go to the retail stores like H&M over here and stuff like that, because if you want to go to H&M and all those other places, go to it down where you live, you know? Like, I'm not saying anything bad about those stores, but if you're going to Asia, yeah, then go to an Asian retail store, go to an Asian marketplace where you'll find Asian clothing, right? Like the actual clothing that like typically Asians will wear. Because yes, there is a slight difference to what us Westerners wear in terms of clothing. The Asians tend to wear a lot more cuter kind of clothing. But I mean, I don't know. You know, it's up to you, but I would say if you're going to Asia, embrace Asian culture, Asian clothing, and buy that kind of stuff. Don't buy the stuff that you can buy at home, because then what's the point in even going there or going here? Okay. In terms of being a foreigner out here, I would say that you do feel like a foreigner, that there's loads of Asians. There's apparently about 7 million Chinese people in Hong Kong, and about only 1% of them are Westerners. And out of those 1%, only 0.03% are black. Or is it 0.3%? Not sure. But very small amount. So I really feel like a foreigner, and I really feel like a black person out here. No, like a brown person out here. But I don't know, not in a bad way though, do I feel it? It feels more like just sort of that I'm very consciously aware of being a foreigner, because a lot of the Asians and Chinese people here, they sort of just stare at you. And not in a rude way, and not to be offensive or to be rude, like, please don't get offended by it. They simply are just curious about you. They want to know about you. They've never seen, or they probably have seen, but not very often, foreigners. So, you know, they will stare at white people, they will stare at black people, they will stare at whatever is different, because it's just human nature. You see something different, you want to examine it, you want to learn about it. What you do not let them do is touch you. Okay, because even here it would be considered rude if someone just came up to someone else and started groping them and touching you up. Don't let them do that. Okay, just because they are Asian does not give them an excuse to start feeling you up. Okay, like, know the difference between a pervert, yeah, and someone who's genuinely curious. A genuinely curious person will ask you, yeah, and they'll say, hey, what's up with your hair? It's really funny looking. Or, you know, and they don't say that to be offensive, it's just because it's funny looking to them. Okay, or, you know, hey, like, your skin is so brown and it's glowing, you know, it's so nice, it's so soft, or whatever. They might say those things. They said it to me, and I take it as a compliment, and they say that my hair is nice, and they're interested in those things. Okay, so those are genuinely curious people, and they might say, hey, can I touch your hair? They'll ask if they can touch it, and you then make the decision whether you want their clean or dirty hands in your hair. A pervert will just come up to you and start touching you. Okay, don't let them do that. There's a difference. Yes, they have perverts in Asia too. They have perverts all over the world. So don't just let them touch you. That's weird. It's crazy, creepy. Yo, don't do that. You don't know where their hands have been. You don't want to know where their hands have been. Okay, so I am at your disposal here. I've been here for literally a week. I am living here in the Gold Coast of Hong Kong. I will tell you, Hong Kong is beautiful. So beautiful. It is. Where I'm living, there's mountains, there's trees, I can see the beach outside my window. It's so nice here. It's just so nice, and the weather is gorgeous. For any British people watching this, okay, their autumn and their winter is like our summer. I'm not even kidding. It is, right now it is between, it's not gone under 20 degrees. It's all about 23 and up here. 23 to 28 degrees. You know, that is English summer. Okay. And for the winter, it doesn't go below 10. Ever. 10 is the lowest that it has ever dropped in Hong Kong. So usually winter ravers between 15 degrees to 20 degrees. I'm talking Celsius, by the way. So yeah, it's just, oh, it's so nice here. So what I've done is I've made a Facebook page called Au Pairs and Expats in Hong Kong, and this isn't just for au pairs and expats. It's for people who generally have an interest in Hong Kong or plan to go to Hong Kong in the near future, and it's for young people who want to perhaps meet up in Hong Kong, make arrangements, know more about Hong Kong. So I'll be posting this video up on there too, and just to learn more about Hong Kong. So if you have any questions for me about what life has been like here, don't feel like you have to wait. I am living here. I'm not skimming the edges of local life in Hong Kong. I am deep in Hong Kong, living life here. So ask me whatever you want to ask me. I am feeling whatever it is that needs to be felt. If you want me to go somewhere, if you want me to film something, if you want me to show you some of the videos that I filmed while being out here, or some of the pictures that I've taken, then ask me and I will show them to you. You guys, I will show you whatever you want while I'm here, because I'm here for 6 months to a year. Use me respectively. Use me well. You know, I'm not going to do anything crazy. Don't ask me to do porno. If you ask me something stupid, I'm not going to even reply to you. But people, I love you, love me back, and I will share the Hong Kong love and show you all kinds of things that I've experienced here. It's so amazing. But ask me questions and I will get back to you guys. Okay, this is the end of my video blog. Any tips that you want me to do for the future, anything you want me to show you in the future, I'm more than happy to do. And until then, I will say goodbye.